Is it just me, or is Minerva so damn bitter? Fairy Tail 346, I definitely gotta say this was a fun chapter. I really enjoyed this one. It had a lot of setup for fights, and overall it was just a lot of fun and interesting things going on. First of all, Minerva showing up to Erza. She is a salty bitch. Like, Erza kicked your ass. Why can't you accept it? You gotta go to the bottom of the barrel, go to a dark guild, go to the succubus guild. She kicked your ass, accept it. Although it is fitting for somebody like Minerva to be in a dark guild. To be honest with you, when I used to see her in the Sabertooth guild, I used to say, yo, this bitch is evil, she's wicked, what is she doing in a regular guild? She should be in a dark guild. So for her to be in the succubus guild, it makes perfect sense. She's a bitch, she's evil, yeah. Although she did point it out something when she said that her partner was the one responsible for turning Erza into a little kid. But how would her partner get from all the way at the top of the mountain to where Natsu was so quick? I don't know. I'm still sticking towards the fact that maybe he has the same power that the Eternal Flame has, and he actually didn't morph Erza into a little kid, but the mountain did it itself, and he has a similar power, but it's not really him that did that to Erza, and maybe she just doesn't know about it, that he didn't do it to her. Maybe she's not clear of his magic, or, you know, exactly what's going on, because she just joined the Succubus Guild. You know, it hadn't been that damn long since the Daimato Embu, so she probably doesn't realize that the mountain and his magic are the same. But then again, that's just my speculation. Her partner is going up against Natsu, and, you know, Natsu's in his kid form, so Natsu can't really do shit, because in the chapter, he's even more so weaker than when he was a kid, and we find out that the power that he uses, power regression, where basically it actually... The reason why he looks like a kid isn't because the power turns him into a kid. That's just a side effect of his magic regressing so low that he has to take the form of a kid because he's so weak, apparently. I guess that's a little bit cooler than just them turning into kids based off the magic. It actually makes it a little bit more interesting, but overall it's still like whatever. I just don't want everyone to turn into kids because we already got Natsu and Erza, two of the strong powerhouses. Hopefully no one else gets turned because it's like, I don't want this to be the Chibi arc, honestly. I just really don't. But we did get a little bit of developments about different things in the fairy tale universe as well. When the guy says, you'll come to know the fearsome powers of a non-human, that was very interesting. I'd imagine this is an introduction to possibly a new species of people in the fairy tale universe, because when he pulled down that little jacket or mask or whatever that he had covering himself, it seemed as though he had fangs and, like, I don't know if that was gills or fur or whatever on the sides of his face. So I'd imagine that's an introduction to possibly an entire new species. Maybe he's a completely different type of person in and of itself. This is definitely a little bit more interesting because now, okay, we know that there's possibly other different types of beings in the universe of fairy tale. So Hero has done, not only do we have different types of guilds, we have the treasure hunter guilds, that might be other different type of hunting guilds, but we also have now what seems to be a new breed of species in the fairy tale universe that is like a man, but at the same time has fangs and fur on the side of his face. So I'm not sure what he could be, but it's definitely a little bit exciting. Last but not least, the end of the chapter. First of all, these treasure hunters, oh my god, get them the fuck out of here already. It's like, they have just come off as such a freaking burden and annoyance, and now we gotta deal some more with them. Like, how you trying to, like, you know you a bitch-ass motherfucker when you trying to pick on little Wendy and Lucy. Like, really, Lucy fights with keys, and that's a little-ass girl, Wendy, and these crusty-ass treasure hunters like, yeah, we're gonna take the keys and the woman, and another dude is like, no, we're just gonna kill him. We just want the keys. Like, really? You picking on two defenseless girls? That's pathetic. These treasure hunters are pieces of garbage. Shooting at Wendy and Lucy. Like, really? Good thing Flair shows up. It was a little cliche, like, you know, showing up right on time, whatever. It happens in every shonen. But when Flair shows up, I'm like, at least now they're going to have a fighting chance because Flair doesn't have to use keys. She's not a little kid. She's going to fuck these dudes up, hopefully, and get rid of them because it's like, they're filth. Really. You're filthy. You're fighting two fucking defenseless girls. Like, I don't know. That just really ticked me off, to be honest with you. It's like, first, they couldn't defeat them last time. Now they try to follow them and fight two girls 3-on-2. What the fuck? The interesting thing is the symbol on Flair's chest. I looked it up and there's actually no symbol in the, I guess, guild symbols book or whatever that has that particular symbol. The only thing it slightly resembles, but it's definitely not, is the Succubus Guild. It kind of looks similar with the 5 little sticks on the side, but it's not the same one. Flair doesn't appear evil, so the only thing I could think of is it's possible maybe she somehow was mistaken and entered the wrong guild. It could be that that's the Tartarus symbol because that's the only one that we really don't know what the guild symbol looks like. If that's the case, that'd be terrible because it's like, it seems as though Flair is finally overcoming, you know, that stuff that she had in the past of kind of being evil and whatnot. And for her to go into a dark guild unbeknownst to her, it'd be terrible. Unless she's a mastermind and she actually really does know what she's doing, which would even be scarier. Or it could be that it's just a new guild that we haven't heard of yet. It makes it a little bit more interesting that she didn't join Fairy Tail immediately, and a little bit different, unlike Juvia and all the people that they kind of just joined Fairy Tail after a battle with their guild. But I think, like, you know, from the get-go, I just would have preferred for her to go with Fairy Tail anyway. It makes it a little more interesting, but it's like, she fits right in with Fairy Tail, and she's a badass bitch. Why not? Next chapter, let's get some fucking beast-ass fighting. I want to see Minerva and Erza. I don't know what Erza can do at this point, because she could barely summon a sword, and she's a little kid. I'd imagine somebody's going to show up to help her out, because if not, she's going to pretty much get her ass kicked by Minerva, and it's just going to be terrible. So, hopefully somebody shows up and helps her out. We got a beast-ass fight right there. And this whole thing is just like, can we please, Flare, just beat the living dog shit out of these 3 Krusty treasure hunters and move the hell on, because they are just absolutely despicable. And I guess Natsu's gonna need somebody to help him out as well, because that little kid ain't gonna be able to do shit without any real magic against this guy. Overall chapter, very fun and exciting chapter. To be honest with you, it was a very good chapter in my opinion. Give it 8 out of 10. It gave you that little thing about there's a possibility that there's dead people walking amongst us in the Fairy Tail universe. Also explain a little bit more about that guy's magic regression, or pretty much that's how Natsu and Erza was turned little. Still not buying the whole thing that he did that to Erza, how the hell he went up the mountain and down so quick. Also, we got setups for Minerva versus Erza, and the whole thing with the treasure hunters versus Flare, Lucy, and Wendy. I'd imagine the next chapter is going to be mainly focused on Lucy, Wendy, and Flare versus the treasure hunters. Please let it only be 1 chapter, because I just want to see them kick their asses and get them super out of here. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you can't wait to see some of these awesome fights that we got set up for us. I don't know how they're going to pull through, but it's going to be some interesting things next week, and I'm excited. What do you guys think? Do you really buy that that guy actually was the one that turned Erza little without her knowing it? What do you think did he mean by him being a non-human? And what's up with that symbol on Flare's tits? Is that something like a new guild we haven't heard of? Do you think she could have been bamboozled into joining a dark guild like Tartarus? And your world thoughts of the chapter. Did you have as much fun as I did with this one? ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.